So I think coming into 2020, I think everyone had Monaghan as a team that would be very much in contention for relegation to Division 2. I mean, they had a very poor year last year. Obviously, they didn't get out of the qualifiers. They were very poor in the Ulster Championship, barely survived, relegation in Division 1. Obviously going back to a manager they had before in Seamus Banty McEnany, and the fact that they've been over-reliant on Conor McManus for the past couple of years, I think everyone really thought that Monaghan were going to go down. I mean, not to mention the strength of Division 1. I mean, it's a very strong Division 1 this year. What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to GA Fan TV. Monaghan have beaten Mayo by a scoreline of 216 to 13 points. A 9-point victory for Monaghan in their own backyard. Huge victory for Monaghan, of course, coming into this game. I think a lot of people felt like whoever would lose this game could be in, it could be in fear of relegation. And I think, for Mayo fans, this certainly has to be a real fear right now because, Mayo are very much looking like they could be relegated. I mean, it's probably between them and Tyrone really to, fight it out to see who will survive. But look, listen, first of all, let's jump straight into the game. Monaghan were absolutely outstanding in this game. I think Mayo done well to keep up with Monaghan's pace that they set throughout the game, but certainly, Monaghan were very good at exploiting Mayo's defence, getting in behind them, the likes of Conor McCarthy and Conor McManus, dictate the play from the forward line. And, Conor McCarthy has probably been, alongside Conor McManus, their standout player for Monaghan this year. They've dictated the play, their point taking has been brilliant, and the way Conor McCarthy, finished that goal in the first half was absolutely outstanding, and it shows a real, togetherness in this Monaghan side. The fact that they were, down and out last year, very poor 2019. There's no taking that away, but in 2020, under a new management and Seamus Banty McEnany, who of course was in charge of Monaghan before, let's not forget that. He seems to have revitalised this Monaghan side, and they, look brand new again and look very similar to the side that, of course, were All-Ireland semi-finalists in 2018. And, Jack McCarron, of course, again, very bright in this game for Monaghan. He has been, he was brilliant in that game versus Dublin. And again, Monaghan shown that same, brilliance in this game. And Mayo struggled with Monaghan's physicality, I think. And I think that was probably the big difference. I think Monaghan's home advantage played a huge difference. And Niall Kearns in the midfield was just able to get the better of the likes of Aidan O'Shea and Kevin McLaughlin at times. And Mayo struggled to keep up with the pace of Monaghan. And that goal, certainly in the first half, did make a huge difference. In terms of Mayo, they did show some brightness, of course. You had some players in there who don't normally play for Mayo, the likes of Darren Cohen, for example, showed some brightness at times with a couple of points. Kevin McLaughlin looked bright as well. He got involved in the game. Keith Higgins coming off the bench as well. He was quite bright in the midfield, supporting the attack. But I think where Mayo seemed to have let themselves down was specifically in the second half, specifically in those closing 15 to 20 minutes when Mayo had a good amount of chances to really pull back this game. There was only 2 points in it at one stage. But Mayo seemed to, overplay the ball at times. They were looking for the right opportunity too much. They were overplaying it and not taking the chances when they were there. Maybe it was a lack of confidence in front of goal. Maybe they, felt like if they were to give the ball away, they put themselves under more pressure. But a lot of the times, Mayo just kept running into the Monaghan defence and losing possession and allowing Monaghan to kick it up the other end of the field and counter-attack. And that was very much how Monaghan got their second goal through Kieran Duffy. Again, Mayo at times overplaying it, Monaghan counter-attacking them, getting that second goal with the long ball played in, tapped in, of course, by Kieran Duffy. And once Monaghan had that extra goal and had, a 5 to 6 point advantage, Mayo did start, overthrowing players at times, and it left them a little bit exposed, and Monaghan were able to just pick them off then in the closing stages. But look, listen, credit, of course, has to go to Monaghan for this victory. I think they've solidified their place in Division 1 now this year. I think there's a strong possibility they could even be dark horses for the National League this year. Still have some tough fixtures to go, of course, for Monaghan, and we'll have to see, how they get on in the closing games, of course. As for Mayo, you know, they could be in big trouble now. You know, you look at those remaining 3 matches, especially the next 2. You know, Kerry at home, Galway away, and then I think they've Tyrone in the final game, which could be the decider for who stays in the league. But I'm looking at the next game for Mayo at home to Kerry. That's a huge game for Mayo, in my opinion, because, you know, Kerry are a great team, there's no doubt about it, but I think they have been vulnerable away from home at times this year. They lost away at Tyrone, so there's a big chance for Mayo to potentially get a win there. I would still fancy Kerry. I would certainly put Kerry as the favourites, but if Mayo are going to stay in the division, a win over Kerry next week is very much needed, because going away to Galway, the way Galway are playing at the moment, I couldn't see Mayo getting anything from that. And Mayo don't have a great record there either. I know they won in the qualifiers last year, but in general, it's a very tough place to go down the years for Mayo. So this will be a huge test for Mayo and for their management, and for some of the young players and the experienced players as well. As I said in my preview in Division 1, I had a sneaky feeling they would be involved in a relegation battle. We'll have to see, of course, how it plays out. I don't think it would be the worst thing in the world if they got relegated. I still expect them to, you know, to at least get to the Super 8s this year, in my opinion. But certainly, it's not looking too bright for Mayo at this current time. But anyway, guys, do let me know what you thought down in the comments below. And yeah, lads, of course, it's been a great game. It's been a great day of Gaelic football. We'll be releasing out some more videos over the coming days and coming weeks, so do hit that like button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. And yeah, lads, I will catch you all later. Good luck.